Let's now look at setting our preferences within the Camtasia software. Now, I don't want to take time to go through every option that we're going to see here. Instead, what I'll do is I'll show you where we go to make some changes, and then when we get to those specific areas later in the course, I'll bring you back to this section in order to make those changes. In previous versions of Camtasia, we used to go to Tools and Options. If you look at the screen now, you can see there isn't even a Tools menu anymore. So we have to go to Edit and down to Preferences, or we can use Control and the comma key. Here we see a few tabs across the top, and it opens to the Program tab. Now I want to direct your attention down to this last option for Enable Autosave. Every 2 minutes is great. If you want to enable this to go even lower, you can drop it down to every 1 minute, and I'll go ahead and do that just to make a change here. There's also a space here for timing. Notice if you were to change something to another number, there's this option here to restore defaults. So don't worry about entering the wrong data. I'm going to skip over partners. There's not anything that I need to do there. But here in hotkeys, note that a lot of these hotkeys have changed from the previous version. So it used to be, for example, to extend a frame was just the E key, and now it's Shift and the E key. All right, some of them are the same. Split is still S, so that's great. They haven't changed that. But note, if you need to change these, you can do that. So if I'm used to using E to extend a frame, I can go in here, I can make that change and say instead of Shift E, let's just use E. And then I can see here there's a way to undo that if I need to go back, or again, I can restore defaults. So chances are, if you're new to Camtasia, you don't need to go in here and change anything, but for those of us who have used Camtasia in the past, we might want to go to hotkeys, get ourselves familiar with what those new hotkeys are, and then change any if you want to use your old workflow. And if you do make changes, be sure to click OK in order to accept those changes.